Yeah, we are the India Bioscience team, and this is the outline for the program today. We'll introduce you to India Bioscience, which really needs no introduction. We'll talk a little bit about the regional meetings and how they were conceived, guidelines for the grants this year, what's new. We have something new and exciting in the grant features this year, how to apply, what happens after you apply. And then we want to throw the floor open for your questions because this is going to be a team-led application and a team-led program. So I'm sure you will have lots of questions on how to assemble a team, what is your role, what is our role, what happens at the meeting, and those can all come in our open Q&A. All right, so India Bioscience is a science facilitation organization. We fill a unique niche by being a catalyst to promote change in the culture and practice of life sciences, and we engage across academia, industry, and government. Um, we operate across several verticals as seen here, and the regional meetings, while coming under the networking and mentorship vertical, have elements of skill building through our crafting your career workshops, have elements of community building through the outreach, through the childcare grants that we have introduced into the meeting this year, as well as flavors of science communication and education through the themes of the meetings and the reports that could be written post meeting. So truly, this is representing a pan India bioscience focus in some ways. All right, so that's us in a YIM, and I believe it was the 10th meeting in Thiruvananthapuram. The idea was developed that YIMs are so successful, they work so well. How about we take the essence of YIM? How about we take the message of YIM to local communities, to regional communities? And there came the idea that India Bioscience could support regional meetings. So that year, 2020, 18, 19, we supported 4 regional meetings. And these were very much on the basis of personal connections. India Bioscience reaching out to the community members choosing to organize a YIM, a regional YIM, and so on. And that's how it happened. It was a very organic sort of format. Then 2020, 2021, 2022, no prizes for guessing what happened. We all, dealt with having to move into virtual mode. And the regional meetings sort of don't lend themselves well for a virtual format because it just becomes an extended period of Zoom calls in some way. And so they were paused during that period. Then in 2023, we were very happy to be able to be back in action, full-fledged. The world opened up, people were traveling, and we decided to turn the meetings into a grant. So the pilot worked. We could find 4 teams who were ready to do this in 2020, 18, and 2019. And now we said, why not we just let it be an open call for the community rather than we reaching out, because we only know so many people. And there must be so many more out there who would probably want to organize a regional meeting. So this was rolled out in 2023 as a grant. We received a few applications. I must say that with something like this, you can apply, you can get it, but any team has to acknowledge there's a lot of work involved after the getting the grant. Nevertheless, we said we'll support up to 6 grants, and we received a good bunch of applications. Our priorities were to ensure geographic regions of India were represented, and so we decided to award 7 grants. So that's the kind of agility and flexibility India Bioscience brings. We say we'll do 6. If the applications are good enough, we can stretch ourselves for 7. So we had 7 meetings across India. You can see here, Lucknow, Srinagar. Then we had Bhubaneswar, Kolkata, and Pilani, Pune, and Hyderabad somewhere in between. All right, so these were the 7 regional meetings. And this plan worked very well. We delineated the role of the team, the role of India Bioscience, and brought in different India Bioscience programs like the Crafting Your Career workshop to the meeting. This has worked well. So what we did post-meeting, and we encourage you to look at the meeting website, the current meeting website, because it will tell you who were the previous awardees, the 7 awardees through the grants program. And post every regional meeting, we wrote up a report. The India Bioscience team, sometimes with co-organizers, sometimes not, wrote up a report. And that will sort of give you the flavor of what these regional meetings are intended to be and what sort of role the team plays. And all these articles are also linked to the website page. So do take a look. They're fun reads. Okay, so that sort of can be your little weekend activity, in case you're wondering what to do. All right. Anyway, we're back with the Regional Young Investigators Meeting Grants 2024-2025. This year, we will award again up to 6 grants. We are looking for wide geographic representation across India. And lead organizers are expected to assemble a Regional Young Investigators Meeting team. So you should view this as a team grant. There'll be a lead organizer and there'll be co-organizers. But like with all things India Bioscience, when we come back new and improved. And this time, we have new and improved features added to the program, such as the CYC workshops, which will be held in the train the trainer format. And we'll tell you what that is. That's very exciting because that gives you an opportunity to be a trainer at this workshop. We have also added in our childcare grants program. We'll talk about that. And this year, we're going to flip it. We're giving you the option to write a meeting report or an interview series, and we'll facilitate that and we'll tell you how. So are you excited to know more? Has this sort of whetted your appetite towards what this is going to be like? Okay, great. I can see some thumbs up. I also see people who we just met at RYIM 2024 Bhopal. So very exciting to know that you're back. You're back in business with India Bioscience. All right. So what do we expect? We expect you to have a lead organizer. That person has to be someone who's attended a previous national YIM or a previous national YIM. It could be in person or virtual, and who is currently less than 8 years into the independent faculty position. This is not to establish any bias between those who have attended national YIMs and have not attended national YIMs. The idea is for you to understand the no garland flavor that we want to bring to this meeting. This is not expected to be an institutionalized meeting. And a national YIM would have given you that flavor. The lead organizer will apply with co-organizers. We believe the best team size is about 3 to 5. Anything more than that, it gets a little hard and unwieldy to set up meetings and coordinate. Anything less than that, it's a lot of work for you. So do keep 3 to 5 as a golden number, golden range. They should also be independent faculty who have been less than 8 years into an independent position, but they may or may not have attended a national YIM. So so the first step is establish a team. This should be a regional team, right? It doesn't have to be same city. For example, Lucknow have people from Lucknow and Banaras, and so on. It doesn't have to be the same city, but it should be the same region. We encourage representation across both genders, as well as across state universities, central universities, private universities, and so on. So please look for a diverse team when you're putting this together. Then what you will do is come up with a program schedule and a theme. Regional YIM themes are not expected to be field specific. It can't, for example, be advances in neuroscience. It has to be a broad theme like academia industry collaborations, or how can biology education, how can research and education transform contemporary biological practices, and so on. I'm just coming up with some things on the fly, but the idea is it can't be field specific. It has to be broad. You can think of clinic academia collaborations or translation of technology, and so on. Again, the nature of these meetings are no garland, not to be institutionalized. So they don't start with meetings with talks from administrators and bouquets and souvenirs and garlands. Do read our opinion piece in the Hindu to give you a little more idea of what we mean. They're really supposed to be very bottom-up approaches for YIs by YIs. We will award 6 grants. We will, in our selection, be ensuring that geographic representation is met. And we this year offer 1.5 lakhs as seed funding. You are expected to raise additional funding, and we'll tell you how. Okay. When you apply, of course, we need some basic details, including a theme of the meeting, your CVs, letters of support saying that your institute support you in this endeavor because you will need their cooperation, and a formal request for funding, which will tell us which institute will be receiving the funds. So you put all of this in. It's a simple Google form, and you apply. Your application, in addition to some basic details that was on the previous slide, would also need you to tell us why you'd want to do the meeting. Have you sort of finalized some schedule? Are you going to have panel discussions? Are you going to have mentor talks, plenary talks, open interactions, and so on? What's the expected footfall? We would expect at least 100 people to be, registering for your meeting. How will it benefit the local community? Now, how can you raise money? And you'll have to put up a proposed budget. This is only a proposed budget. We will give you 1.5 lakhs. Your institutes can step in. You can apply for funding through DST, DBT, SERB, CSIR through their grants programs. You can also charge a registration fee, and you can go, we don't have any limit, but previous meetings have charged 1,200 to 1,500 per person, per participant. So this is also a source of revenue for you. Finally, you can contact local vendors, sponsors, publication houses, and so on. Based on our experience, doing a 2 day, 2 to 2.5 day meeting would need a budget of about 6 lakhs. So you can start thinking on those lines. Regional meetings are not supposed to be more than 2 to 2.5 days. You are not expected to cover travel and accommodation for participants because it's regional. They're expected to come from their homes and go back to their homes. If at all, you will cover it for some few speakers who you invite from out of the region. But we encourage you to focus on speakers from within the region as well. And so your budget is much smaller as a result because you don't cover travel and accommodation. You will cover food at the meeting. All right. So this is what we will give you. What is our role in this? We will give you funding as soon as we announce the award. This will go to an institutional account. We will work with you to make the posters through our graphic designers. One round of editing is possible, but anything after that, we would discourage because it's a lot of back and forth. We will set up a website on our India Bioscience website for your meeting. We'll set up a meeting page that can be used for dissemination. We'll give inputs on speakers, but we will not be contacting them, finalizing them, and so on. And we will, of course, promote this through our emails, newsletters, and social media. What is your role? Once you get the award, you create a meeting-specific ID. So communication after that will be through that ID, and all your team members should access that ID. Give us a bank account to transfer the funds. Share the names of the co-organizers, institutes for the poster. Share details for the meeting page. You will create a registration form, which is a Google form, and we have a template we can share with you. Raising funds, finalizing the schedule, finalizing speakers are all what the regional YIM team will be doing. Finally, we will work together to build the plan for the Crafting Your Career workshop, which is going to be coming up shortly. So here, this year, India Bioscience has brought in new and improved features. The first one of this is you can, in the form itself, opt to do a Crafting Your Career workshop, opt for a Crafting Your Career workshop where we will send one team member to the meeting. That team member could give an India Bioscience talk if you would like, to talk about some latest programs at India Bioscience, and also do this workshop. This will be a 3-hour workshop, up to 50 people in person. In addition to travel of the team member, we will support all workshop materials, which are our beautifully curated booklets and interactive exercises. I must say this workshop focuses on building diverse skills, networking, building CVs and resumes, identifying strengths, interests, and values, lots of other very, very nice things, professionalism, ethics, and it's very interactive, it's very engaging. There's never a dull moment. The feedback we've received from participants is we don't know how 3 hours flies by. All right, so we will come and do this workshop, but this year we are doing this in the train the trainer format, which means one team member from the regional YIM team will be nominated to do the workshop with us. So the application form itself will require you to nominate. What we will do is a few weeks before the workshop, get on an online meeting and do the training. One India Bioscience trainer and your regional YIM co-organizer, whoever you nominate. We will walk through the meeting materials online. We will share delivery strategies and approaches. The final delivery in person will be done by both the India Bioscience trainer and the co-organizer. So we're giving the co-organizer a chance to be a trainer. Of course, meeting materials and other things will remain the proprietary of India Bioscience, right? So this is for your regional meeting. We are giving you a chance to be a trainer. All of this can be put into your application form. The specific sections are already available. We rolled out the India Bioscience Childcare Grants for YIM 2024, and this year we are extending it to the regional meetings. Based on a request from you in the form itself, we can give an additional 15,000 to support at least 3 awardees, so 5,000 each. A minimum of 3 awardees have to be supported. In the sense, 15,000 can't be given just to one awardee, is what we're trying to say. This is an opportunity for you to roll out a mini grant, for the regional YIM team to see what it takes to roll out a grant. So you will build some eligibility, selection, terms and conditions. based on some guidelines. Like it has to be an open call. You have to receive applications. You have to shortlist applications, and it should be awarded to both male and female grantees. We don't want this to become a women-only grant, the child care grants. Just like we did for YIM, there were male grantees as well. You can roll this out, and once you award it, people will incur expenses. They will turn in bills or receipts. You share them with us after the meeting, and we will reimburse the exact amount up to 15,000. So this is your chance, sort of like a grant within a grant, if you might want to call it. Your chance to roll out this little grant. And it's on a reimbursable basis, though, after the meeting. All right. And the third compelling opportunity, post-meeting, the team can write a meeting report. Several examples are there on our website, at least 7 of them from this year's regional meetings. Or you can offer to be interviewed for an interview series. You will write the answers, we will give you the questions, we will lightly edit it and publish it on our website. And that's so you'll get a footprint of your regional meeting on our website. India Bioscience won't be writing the reports this year. It's going to be driven by the regional investigator team. All right, what happens after you apply? The deadline is 10th of May. We'll set up a selection committee. We'll be looking at feasibility, quality, novelty, and value to that region. We can be awarding a total of 6 grants, and we will notify you by mid-June. So 10th May is the deadline to apply. Mid-June is when you will know. All regional meetings have to happen before 31st March 2025. With some buffer time to wrap up all the post-meeting financials and so on. So what you'll be looking at in your application is telling us when you're doing this meeting anytime between July and March. All right, so I think that's enough from us. I hope this has given you a primer of what the application process and the meeting, or what are the meeting expectations. Now we'll open it for your questions. Let us know what comes to your mind when you think of applying for these grants. You can type it in the chat window, or you can raise your hand and we'll unmute you. Yes, Surajit has raised his hand. Let me just find you. Yes, Surajit. Oh, sorry, I accidentally muted you. Now you're unmute. Yes. Yes, Surajit, please. Surajit, I'm sort of pressing, asking to unmute. I'm not sure if you're getting the prompt.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, sorry. Actually, I have joined my job in 2011, and I have joined the RYIM in 2015. So from the eligibility criteria, I think I'm not eligible for applying this, right?
Did you join as independent faculty in 2011?
Right. Right now, I'm a professor here.
No, but your independent faculty position is started in 2011?
11, right.
And no break in between?
No, there is no break in between.
No, then probably not. It's more than 8 years.
Yes. Thank you.
More than 8 years. Yes, no problem.
Yeah.
Yes, Abhijit. Yes.
Hi, thank you for the explanation. And I have a couple of questions. One is like about the theme of these meetings. I know that there are some already written in the website. Yes. But it would be great to hear from you, like what are maybe some of the themes which probably you would be thinking on, or some are being discussed in past and not been accommodated before. And second thing is about this child care. I'm still a little confused about like how we are going to, offer this 5,000 rupees to the attendees. If you just clarify a little bit more on that.
Yes, both things. So what we have not funded for sure in terms of themes, Avjit. For example, proposal, right? Green hydrogen catalysis in something that is too field specific, right? We are. This is not a scientific meeting in that sense. It's a networking mentorship meeting. Now, things that we can, like I said, academia, industry collaborations, clinic academia collaborations, transforming biology education to inform research practices.
Or some of the basic research methodology based workshops, right, where most of the students or the scholars really don't get exposed to such things through their academia.
Yeah, but it'll have to be very broad. It'll have to be something like advances in I mean, even that is tricky, advances in molecular biology or something, but even that, it will leave out people who don't work in molecular biology. So just think
Right.
broad,
No, I
cross-disciplinary
mean to say not the
collaborations.
yeah, I mean to say not the subject specific. Let's say that's something writing, scientific writing workshop or something related.
That can't sort of be a meeting theme. The meeting
Right.
theme has to be bridging barriers in life science research, uh, challenges, overcoming challenges in interdisciplinary collaborations in life science, something like that.
Got it.
Yes, yes. Second question about the childcare. So this is really how you are going to build it. When you build that form, registration form for people to say you've got the meeting, you've got the grant, we have built the website for you, you are now announcing it. You have to make a form, a registration form based on some suggestions that we can give you. There you can include, would you like to be considered for a childcare grant? How old is your child? Why would you like this grant? Then you do a selection process. You
I
decide
see.
based on number of applications how many you're going to give. We've said at least 3. You may choose to give 5 and say each one we give 3,000 rupees. Then the regional EM team emails them saying you have received this. Then they can use that 3,000, 5,000 for whatever they choose to related to childcare. For example, hiring a
And
nanny.
that not necessarily has to be linked to this particular conference. I mean,
No,
particular.
it is to
It
attend
has
the
to be.
conference. Yeah, yeah. The childcare grant to attend the conference. Right? Say whatever, they give their thing. Now, at that point, they incur expenses. You turn the bills to us post meeting, and we'll give you based on actual expenses incurred up to 15,000 um, to be dispersed. It's like that. So, childcare grant to attend the meeting.
Right. And as I looked into your already published information in the website, that the criteria for the shortlisting probably would be given by the India Bioscience.
No,
So
no,
no,
no.
not required.
It's yours. For childcare grant, it's your thing. You could put a cutoff of 8 years, 10 years, children, it's eligibility criteria, children, somebody who has child below 8 years, for example. So we really want you to be able to think of this, and the team, you and the
Correct.
team, to be able to think of, yeah, yeah, that's what we want. It's not a huge amount. It's not a huge amount, but it's a drop in the ocean that will prompt meetings to think about how they can incorporate this
Yeah,
and
and
so on. Yeah.
this money can be utilized by the participants for their travel and anything else related to the
No,
meeting. Only
childcare.
child.
Yes, it's not a travel grant. It's a
I see.
childcare grant. So when we see the invoices or bills, it's be clear that it was used to support childcare. So what could be
Correct.
those such invoices? A nanny bill, a bill from a nanny, parents coming and staying for
Uh-huh.
those 2 days to support childcare, or a caregiver coming and staying, daycare expenses. Uh,
Or maybe someone would like to accommodate their child with the meeting and they were
Yes,
incurring the
yes,
cost
and book
towards
a
that.
room closer to the meeting and so on. Right. But again, I'll be honest, it's not a huge sum of money. So let's be
Right,
real
right.
with what is possible with it. Yeah,
True.
but it sort of it's giving you giving the regional EM team a little autonomy to think about executing something like this.
It's exciting.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Any other questions, Abjit? No. Okay. But
Yeah, ma'am, I have a question.
yes.
Ma'am, if any region has got the grant for this meeting last year, suppose
Yes.
the Delhi, so is it possible for the other team in the same region can apply this time also?
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. But a different
Okay,
set of
thank you.
co-organizers and of
Yeah, different
course,
set of
yeah,
people or
yes,
different institute or different whatever. Yeah.
yes, certainly, certainly,
Okay,
certainly.
okay, thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Yes, Shruti has a question. Shruti, can yes.
Yeah. Hi, Karishma. So I actually have 2 or 3 questions. I'll start with my first one, which is if, for example, it is since you encourage teams from multi-institutes,
Yes.
then the chief, I mean, the main organizer would be the person whose institute the grant would be dispersed to, right?
Yes. Yes. But it doesn't mean that it has to be held there.
Okay. Okay. So it doesn't mean it has to be held there, but but the money will go to that institute. So that person should, so then the applicant who applies should be that person, right?
The lead organizer.
The lead organizer to whom
It's easier. It's
the
easier.
money is dispersed to.
It's easier that way. I mean,
Okay.
we could give it to another institute account, and we've had an example of that, but it would be easier because that person will need to sort of coordinate the receipt of the money, the expenditures, and so on. UCSC, post-meeting UCSC.
Yeah. So then I think even from an institute perspective, it makes sense if that person is the lead organizer, right?
Exactly.
So, okay,
Yes.
great. So the second question is if, the theme that we are thinking of is has already been covered by another RYIM in the past, would it still be considered
Absolutely.
or nothing like that?
Absolutely.
It's okay to repeat themes, right?
Absolutely. Very much.
Okay, great.
No problem.
Third question is: are you looking eventually in the constitution of the participants, in the sense of, what career stage they're at? Would you recommend that we actually have representation, like say 30% YIs, 30% postdocs, 30% PhD? Like, is there something that has worked in the past for other RYIMs, or we can keep it only as young investigators? Because the idea with the crafting career workshop is that it should be targeting PhD students. It will be targeting the PhD students and postdocs. So would you then recommend that we actually, when we are planning the meeting itself, keep in mind that our participants will be at different career stages when we plan?
Yes, it should be. Ideally, yes, do try that. It should be open to PhD researchers, postdocs, and YIs. It will also be hard to get like 75 YIs in any region. Plus, these meetings are, because YIMs are not open to PhD students. We want it to, So yes, definitely PhD onwards.
PhD, but it could be even at people who are just starting their PhD. It doesn't really matter when we do the selection criteria later.
Not at all. And there's no real selection, Shruti. It's more registration,
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's not really selection. We'll put up a meeting website for each of the teams, and then whoever registers and pays is welcome to the meeting.
Okay, so we would recommend that we don't be selective and only like we do a screening of the applications like you do for YIM.
At least in the last 7 regional meetings, there wasn't this process. It was open.
It was open to anyone who wants to attend, which actually does make it much more vibrant, I guess, and more diverse, right? So, okay, I think those are my questions for now. Thank you.
Great. For now, absolutely. Very exciting to see Bangalore, thinking possibly, Shruti, if I'm not jumping the gun.
We're hoping Karnataka. So
we won't jump the gun.
People who met at YIM 2024 from Mysore, Mangalore, and Bangalore, we are thinking to do something. So, yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. We've never been to Bangalore, India Bioscience. So that'll be a first-time trip.
You are in Bangalore, no?
Well, I guess my sense of humor is not working today. All right, we'll leave it at that.
Okay, great.
Okay, all right. Okay, Indrajit, you had a question?
Yeah. Hello, Karishma and all the team.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you all again. I have several questions, but I will start with the question the discussion just happened with Shruti. If she's willing to, she's planning for a meeting at Bangalore. So is it possible we can make a meeting at, we can apply for the meeting at Chennai because it is very close. So I don't know.
So you become co-organizers, you're saying?
No, I'm asking if we can make a separate one or together one. Which one you prefer? It would be a good idea. Having 2 meetings, one in Bangalore, one in Chennai, is that
That's
okay?
also fine. That's totally fine. But if you can't find a core group in Chennai who would be interested in doing it, then you could join the Bangalore group too.
But no, the point is I'm planning to having a meeting in Chennai in SRM. I would prefer to do that. So because I would say from my side, almost we can be a core team for the RYIM, and we can provide a venue for that. So for the meeting. So do we really have to in the very beginning have to say that this will be the venue for this regional meeting in the beginning, or how should we?
You will
you
need
know,
to.
Okay,
You will
in the
need to
beginning.
tell us where it's going to be held. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So then almost probably I have already we have already support from our institute that we can, conduct a meeting, something with India Bioscience in SRM. Okay. So the second question is, maybe we'll find it funny. Why this time it is 1.5 lakh? I saw it, so it was 2 lakhs.
I knew that
before.
question was coming. We knew that question was coming.
Okay.
Look, the reason is we do the workshop at no cost.
Okay.
We do otherwise do charge for the workshops,
Okay.
crafting your career workshop, right? This is we're just it's like an add-in. We also do pay for a team member to come there. So I think that sort of makes up the difference between what was there last year and what was there this year.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
got
I
it.
thought you wanted to accommodate more grants, so you cut down.
Oh, no, we know it's a lot of work. Regional meetings are a lot of work. So we don't usually get inundated with grant applications, let me be honest. But this sort of is that we support our team members travel and we do the workshop at no cost.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the 6 grand you said that's throughout India, not to a particular part that you are planning for throughout India.
Throughout India.
Okay.
To be held between July and March.
Yeah,
no,
July
no.
this year, July to next year, March, right?
March,
okay.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, and how many you mentioned that 3 to 5 institute
Yes.
can get together. So if it is 2, is that okay, or
But you
so
need
good?
2 is okay. It's all right. We will let it go. But you will still need 3 to 5 co-organizers from these 2 institutes because
Okay,
just 2
and those
people is.
And the co-organizer people, they should not be. It's not mandatory for them to be an
YIM alumni.
YIM member. Yeah,
No.
YIM alumni. I mean to say. Okay, so
They don't.
the core group members should be one YIM. Okay.
The lead organizer has to have attended
lead
a
organizer.
national
So you call it as a
but
lead
not
organizer.
the co-op.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. One more last question. So about the topic, research topic for the entire meeting. So I have kind of an idea because since we are a medical college here, SRM Medical College, so of course it will be better if I have the first meeting theme, which I decided long ago. It's bridging the gap between clinical researcher and basic researcher. So that can be one of the theme. But we do also have another theme, that life of a researcher as a past, present, and future Ramalinga Swami Fellow. I don't know if how does
That's
it
too
sound
specific.
good? Yeah, does it sound
too
good, or
specific.
it's very specific, or it be becoming very, what can I say? Because it's of a DVT business, so we are bringing like Ramalinga Swami Fellows together and discuss about DVT in a different platform. So would that be a bit controversial?
See, Ramalinga Swami may be very specific. I would reframe it a little for you. A suggestion could be opportunities and challenges for early career investigators in India. That would cover assistant professors, scientists, Ds, Ramalinga Swami Ramanujan fellows, broaden it a little bit.
Okay. And we
but
cannot have both.
No, you can't have both. You wouldn't want to. You'll want to show your meeting having a focus. So one is like opportunities and challenges for independent early career investigators, which will be totally in alignment with the sort of nature of this meeting. The other thing could be bridging basic and clinical research. That's also a good topic. But then your program schedule should have medical doctors, clinicians, scientists who are doing clinical work, and so on. You'll have to build your program accordingly.
Okay. I think for the first theme, SRM will be very happy. I know. But for the second theme, I was just have a little bit hinge anyway. And the last question is, can we have this presentation that you presented today? Because
we will post the recording. Yes, we will post the recording on the website. It's also on our homepage under dispatches. So no worries. Yes. Yes.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's all.
Great. So, Indrajit, did you find someone in the Chennai region who would be interested to apply with you?
Yes, there are two people. Actually, one
Okay.
I met at the airport, and other guy we already talked about. He is from the ISCR Fishery Institute at Chennai, and I will talk to him. I don't know if he is here this meeting today or not, but we have three people together. We'll talk to. We'll have a meeting soon. Then we'll let you know.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We look forward to your
Sure.
application.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
sounds really
yeah,
nice,
will definitely.
compelling. Something like SRM plus a fisheries institute. And this is
Hmm.
sort of what the regional meeting would like to bring together.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, that's great.
And while we are getting more questions, live questions, I see some in the chat window. Yeah, so yes. Oh, Rohini, you've already answered it. Oh, great. Thank you.
So there's
Thank
one
you so
question,
much.
Karishma, by Ritik again. Can group leaders
Yes.
the previous one. Can we have a team member from far away institute but presently working in my region? So that needs to
What
be
does that
answered.
mean? What does that mean? I'm not sure. Can you
Ritik, can you
clarify,
unmute
Ritik?
and ask?
Yeah, hi. So basically, I have a team member, like I'm planning for a team member who is from an NGO in Bangalore, but presently doing field work and analysis over here in Odisha. So is it possible, and she's staying over here for some time. So I was just thinking, like, is it feasible to take her in also as a team member, or it is
Oh, so you're
not?
saying like temporarily they have come to this particular place to work.
Yes, and so
So
basically she does kind of half and half Bangalore and Odisha. So
is the person under 8 years of an independent faculty position?
not a independent. That's why I wrote she's a program lead in that NGO. So that's why I asked that specific question, which is the second one, like if that person is a program lead or an inspired faculty fellow,
I
then
think it
that
should be okay as long as it's a co-organizer.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Okay.
lead organizer will have to be from an academic institute that we, can receive the funds and so on.
Yeah, yeah. That's absolutely
That should be
okay.
okay.
And inspired faculty also is allowed as a co-organizer.
Yes, it is an independent position. Under 8 years, it's allowed. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Thank
our
you.
welcome. So our Ramalinga Swami, Ramanujan, welcome DBT as long as it's considered an independent position.
Okay.
So maybe while we are waiting for more questions to come in, I think I can just take you a little fast forward mode. Do you anticipate any challenges with raising the remaining funds? So we provide you 1.5 lakhs of seed funding. Do you have any questions on how possibly you would be raising the other funds? Any
I
questions on
have
that?
one question regarding this. So, this might be in everybody's mind in some sense. So, because of this ACRB and GST being merged under ANRF, do you think that will challenge with respect to generating such funds? Because I've been hearing that there is going to be a stall with respect to getting funds and stuff. So, any idea? I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, I have to admit, I'm not sure of the absolutely current situation. Last regional EM team, somebody did get a small meeting grant. You can, other places you can apply for small meeting grants are Company of Biologists, Royal Society. You could also approach if you are an India Alliance fellow. I know, or one of your co-organizers is an India Alliance fellow. They did give last year. So I did mention Company of Biologists, Royal Society. Approach if you're an India Alliance fellow. And then approach publication houses. Springer Nature, Taylor and Francis. Cactus Communications supported Regional EM Lucknow last year. See, you may have to negotiate, get some middle ground, giving them an opportunity to give a talk or be a part of some panel discussion or something. But that's also your learning curve for the team. Yeah, Taylor Francis, Springer Nature, Cactus Communications. These are some of the kind of organizations that would support. Also,
Okay.
like the Hyderabad meeting had IKP supported. So if you are near an incubation park, you can reach out there also for some support.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And you can, again, other than that, do charge a registration fee.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I'm not sure. What do you feel with your institute? Sorry, someone was saying something. Yes, Sangeeta?
Yeah, hello, this is Sangeeta. Yeah. I have one question. In the applications, we have already have to give the speaker's name and panel.
Not really, Sangeeta. No. You can give some broad schedule. We do need some schedule, but you don't need confirmations. You can at least list some potential names you would contact.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't need confirmations. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah.
What I was also saying, the other thing, what do you all feel about the institute? Do you feel your institutes will chip in with some funds, or at least cover food costs for the 2.5 days, or some meeting venue costs, or something like that?
Yeah, as far as Geetam is concerned, they definitely have a well-resourced houses and conference halls and all, which definitely they would, cater around. We'll have to basically arrange the food, but that's what I was about to pitch in and ask. 6 lakh, I felt like maybe luxuriously for 100 people for 2 days. What I felt maybe in 4 lakh rupees, we can well accommodate.
Certainly. I told you the outer limit. Absolutely, 4 lakhs is good. It's just that if you're starting to call speakers from outside, say Vishakhapatnam, and you have to start putting airfares and all, then it's going to increase the budget. So try and keep it local. Let's be honest, local or regional, and that's the whole focus. The idea is to get people who are accomplished as speakers, but who they can continue to contact.
Yeah, same
maybe
for
one or
SRM as
yeah.
well. Yeah, SRM, I think we can get venue cost and accommodation if needed, and also food cost, and just some other fund as well. Probably SRM can help in this aspect. Yeah.
So accommodation also, don't plan on it for the participants.
Yes.
Few speakers you invite, you can give accommodation.
Yeah.
And with a rider on the registration fees,
yes.
If you think, I mean, what is your anticipation? Like, let's say that we are not able to accommodate or not able to receive as many as 100 applications.
Yes.
What would be the repercussion on that? Let's say we end up at 60, 70 maybe.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine. And we understand that there will be certain regions in India where the number of critical mass, a critical mass conversation in life science in India. Now, critical mass of life science researchers may be smaller in some parts of India, and we totally get that. That's right. Aim for that is what we are saying. Aim for 75 to 100. And that's why keeping it open to PhD researchers onwards is a good idea. Yeah, you'll have a larger number of people who can benefit.
Yeah, this is Sangeeta again. Just one question. Actually, I haven't got proper format of the writing. Exactly what we have to write in your link. So if you can provide.
Sangeeta, if you go to the meeting page and you go to how to apply, there is a form. You click the Google form, and that will take you to exactly what you need to apply.
There is a Google form. Okay, I will look into.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. And everything. It's a simple application. I think the only rate limiting step is getting that letter from the institute and the funding support letter. So do get that early. Do start working on that. Anyway, you have time. We have like close to a month. Yes, Indrajit, you had a question.
Ma'am, do you have any the template for the endorsement letter from the institute?
Yes, we do have a template, and I believe it's there in that form also.
Okay.
I'll just check, but it's there. But yes, there is a template. So the funding letter support, it is there, the template. Are you referring to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, there is a template, and it's linked there.
Okay.
Yes, but it's there. Any question, you can just email us. Yes.
Yeah, Karishma,
what do we expect? Indrajit, sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
Should I?
Go ahead. Yeah, please.
Okay. So what are you expecting in the endorsement letter from the institute? Like, let's say that if the institute is not giving any fund, but the intern giving all the facilities, So you want us to put
Totally.
up that in the endorsement letter?
No, I mean, endorsement letter just has to say, I have no objection to so-and-so being a lead organizer in the application for this meeting, and we support it. The idea there, endorsement letter idea is different from funding support letter. Endorsement letter idea is that your institute should know you are applying and doing something like this, right? Later we publish it, we spread the word, and we don't want to get you in trouble. Funding support letter idea is the institute is ready to receive those funds and disburse them. That 1.5 lakhs you receive, disburse, and give a UCSC. That confirmation has to come. So institute endorsement letter just says, I have no objection, and we support the application for the same. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have just probably you have already mentioned in the presentation or maybe before. I just wanted to make note, what will be the exact contribution apart from the 1.5 lakh monetary support from India Bioscience before the meeting and during the meeting. I just wanted to note down so that I will convince the SRM as well, and have to tell them how India Bioscience will contribute and how we will contribute the organizing committee.
Yeah, it's right here, Indrajit. So we will give you the money.
Yes.
We will make posters. All this is okay. We will put up a meeting web page with the posters, which you can use to seek registrations. We may suggest and give inputs if you would like on who you can invite from your region as speakers or on the schedule. And we'll do a lot of promotion via newsletter, social media, and email. And this will help you get a lot of attention for the meeting.
Okay.
So this is all that we will do, right? From poster making, putting it up on the website, and so on. This is what you will do
before.
This is what we will do before the meeting. Yes. At the meeting, we will come, one team member can give a talk and do the workshop, crafting your career workshop. We will train a co-organizer to be a trainer before the workshop so that they can co-lead the workshop. We will also bring workshop materials.
Okay.
Post-workshop, the CYC workshop, the participants become sort of like our CYC, part of our CYC network. So they get added to a website where all CYC related materials and resources can be accessed by them for life. This is a closed website. Only those who have done a CYC can be added there. Secondly, they get added to WhatsApp groups where any further CYC related notifications will get to them, will reach them. And the workbooks that we give are for them to keep, the workbooks and the activities. Yes, so we will train before, come and conduct with a co-organizer, bring the materials, support the travel of one team member. Accommodation and local pickup and all, we would request the regional EM team to do for that one team member. And we offer childcare grants, which means the top-up fund of 15,000 is possible post the meeting on a reimbursable basis. And finally, Indrajit, the meeting organizers can write an article for our science communication or education columns. They can pitch an article depending on the theme of the meeting. And we will, or you can ask us for an interview series. We'll send you the questions, you write the answers, we lightly edit it, and subject to quality, we will publish it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
This is so I think sum and substance, India Bioscience is giving a lot.
Yeah, thank you very much for that.
Yeah, we're really trying to build the balance between not doing it ourselves, because that's not the point of the regional meeting, but enabling you to do it.
Okay.
In monetary terms, in terms of your meeting program, because we are putting in the workshop, in terms of giving you an opportunity to build your own grant, and so on. Right. Okay. So we're giving you as much of facilitation, monetary and otherwise, but we don't want to be doing it because that's not the point. And you know your community, you know your region, you know your needs the best. For example, Bhubaneswar, which has only 3 or 4 institutes, really 3 institutes in the region, and Odisha scientifically has faced challenges. But they knew the local communities, they knew the needs so well that it was an excellent regional meeting. With ILS, yes, the IMMT, and one more institute in the region. Yeah, they also had people from the Odisha Public Service Commission come in. and attend and also give some talks. So we were very happy to see that, and I made a jocular remark that happy to see some public service commission is hiring in India. And Odisha was. So, that way. So you know your local flavor. Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions? So after this onslaught, yes, we
This
have
is
another
Sangeeta
question.
again.
Yes.
So for endorsement letter from the institute, it should be for all the co-organizers, or only
No.
where the host,
Only the lead organizer.
lead organizer, and where the hosting would be. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yes. Only the lead organizer. So after this onslaught of information, this barrage of information, a show of hands for those who still feel they are going to apply. Okay, Ritik, sounds good. Thank you. Indrajit, Abhijit, thank you. All right. Okay, we haven't lost too many. Shruti, Arshif.
Yeah, and Sangeeta, Shruti together from Bangalore.
Okay, Sangeeta, great.
We have a quite big group actually. Most of the private universities from Bangalore will cover. St. John, Mahe Bangalore, IBAB, and TDU. Together from Bangalore, we are planning to apply.
Excellent.
And mostly our topic will be that accelerating Indian science and it role of private sectors and philanthropic.
That sounds like a good topic. That sounds like a compelling topic. Yeah. I won't say more because we may end up on the selection committee, but that sounds like a very good topic. And unexplored. What's the role of private sector and philanthropies in funding Indian science? Nice topic. Yes.
Yeah. We'll come reach to you if we need anything help.
Yes.
Yeah. So
believe it or not, we haven't done a YIM in Bangalore.
So
and
another
we haven't
thing,
done
if
a
we
regional
want,
YIM in Bangalore. So you might be trailblazing.
So another
Karishma,
thing
I wanted to add. Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead, Sangeeta.
No. I just want to tell, if I want the one day in the Mahe Bangalore, another in either St. John's or IBAB, is this okay, or
it will get logistically challenging? Yeah, it
is
will. You will have to move people. You will have to remind people to get there. I would not do it. And it's a 2.5 day meeting. Just keep it in one place. The food vendors will be different at different places. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just our 2 cents from our experience. It's best to keep it in one place, really.
Yeah, and Sangeeta, the Bangalore traffic, we know that, right? So it's a nightmare.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Actually, our idea to combine all universities, so means.
But
so
do that
for
through the co-organizer community. Do that through the speakers, through the invitees. You don't have to do that through the location per se.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So Manjula, you were saying something about a YIM in Bangalore and not having.
I had mentioned, so Sangeeta and the team had visited our office, and that was the same thing that we mentioned. So we are looking forward to your application.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, we'll try our best to give. Yeah.
Great. No pressure. It's fine. We hope it works out. And Indrajit, we haven't done a regional YIM in Chennai.
No, never.
So you are again.
So
Abhijit,
yes.
we haven't done it in Visakhapatnam.
No.
No.
And I
so
think this is one of the place probably it needs little more visibility. So
great.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. So nice. I mean, even if this meeting is anything to go by, nice to see the footprint is expanding.
Right.
Really good to see that. Yes. So any other questions? Also, you will definitely have some as you put the application together. RYIM at indiabioscience.org is the place to contact us. We will immediately reply.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Then it's 3:55. We'll call it a day. Thank you for joining. And what we will do is put this recording on our website, the Regional YIM website. It's already going to be on the homepage, and be in touch on email. We really look forward to your applications. We look forward to making it happen.
Yeah, we are also excited. to get get the fund and get the opportunity as well.
Yes, yes. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Anything else you want to wrap up with, or are we all done? Thank you so much for joining, all of you. Thank you so
Shall
much.
we take a group picture if people are interested in turning on their videos, just so we
Yes.
know we can come back and see if we find some familiar faces later on.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
Always privileged to
Hi,
be
Ashish. Hello.
5
Hi.
years board.
Yeah. And yeah.
Still a few.
Shall I?
Yeah, please.
All right.
Sultan.
Thank you. Somebody was saying something.
Sangeeta, were you trying to say something?
No, not sure.
No.
Not
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
But we managed the photo.
Yes.
Oh, great. Great. Yeah. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Yes, thanks, Rohini, for adding the email. Thank you, Vijita, for taking the photo. And we'll be in touch. As you are making the application, you will have questions. Just email us. Harish, we can't hear what you're saying. Are you saying something?
No, mute.
You're
All right.
on mute.
Mute.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Look forward to your applications. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Karishma and the team. Yeah.
Welcome, Indrajit. Take care.
Yeah. Bye.